I'm Alex Richardson and I have autism and I'm a Reading supporter.
I'm Jeff Richardson, I'm the proud father of Alex Richardson.
Left the house at about 9 o'clock, stopped on the services and enjoyed the route up. And then the excitement of the match comes along when you get into the town where the team are playing. It has been excellent coming back to the routine. I've loved every second of it. I really struggled to watch the games during the lockdown because it was slightly different. You didn't have the whole match day experience, and the whole match day experience is part of the routine. So the build up to the match in the week, looking forward to it, and then on the Saturday, waking up with the excitement. It just wasn't the same during lockdown, so coming back to the game has been perfect.
He was starting to come home from school saying he wanted to support Arsenal, and I said, well, if you want to support a team, let's go and support a local side so we can go regularly. So we got tickets to go and see Reading Birmingham in 2008, and we've been season tickets ever since, travelling home and away. It's absolutely fantastic, and not just for me. We got friends we go with every week, so we're quite a close-knit little group, and everyone enjoys Alex's company. He loves it to death. He knows all the information about Reading, about other grounds, teams, who scored what goal, so it's really exciting to go with him. I didn't realise when we took him to the first game in that first season how difficult it was for him with the crowds, the noises, the smells. Even getting him on the train at Didcot to come to Reading was tricky because of the trains whizzing through the station. But since that first season, we couldn't be without it.
So the smells, the loud noises, the crowds, and going to different places, having to prepare for all the different places. They are challenging. When I was younger, I used to struggle coming to games. The whole anxiety of before going, I used to be really anxious, and then I'd want to go, but it'd be thinking about all the different anxieties of going. And over the years, I've gotten better over them and conquered those anxieties.
The spectrum of autism is massively wide, so that's when he was diagnosed at 5. And we embraced it. I think, it's 18 years ago that he was diagnosed. 18 years ago, people just looked at it as a strange sort of disability, if I say. Now, people are well aware of not just autism, but all sorts of difficulties that people have in their life. And it makes for a far easier journey for him, that's for sure. There are a lot of people with autism that go to football. Absolutely thousands every week. So it's still a lot of work to be done. I think it's a work in progress. This is a great opportunity. It's a good window for autism. It's really great that Reading have embraced it today and given something to make people aware. We just hope it continues.
At the moment, I don't think football is that accessible towards autism. There are clubs that are dealing with the autism awareness, but at the moment, where do you see the autism awareness? Like, you see some Premier League clubs advertising it, but there needs to be more awareness. The clubs need to raise more awareness and make it more accessible. And I think stewards also need to have the understanding around autism, because if there's a young child with autism and they're really struggling during the game with all the different anxieties going on, the stewards need to recognise that they need to go somewhere quiet to chill out for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and that's not recognised by stewards and staff within the ground, so that needs to be more, people need to be more aware about it.
There was discussions on that people at football grounds, they would make sensory spaces, quiet areas and different stuff. We've travelled to most of the grounds in the Championship, quite a few in the Premiership. We've never been made aware of any of that sort of thing going on, or that in fact, were they aware? I think stewards need to be more aware of autism as well, and what happens, behavioural wise. So, even now Alex can still have a meltdown every now and again. His most recent one was QPR when they scored their second goal, and people look at him as though he's out of control, but he's not. It's just he's so disappointed in what's going on. If stewards were a bit more aware that it's not a naughty child, if you like, that would be a great help. Not just for us, but for a lot of people.
So, as an ambassador for the National Autistic Society. I help raise awareness about autism, and I do that by talking to members of the public on social media, and I've done a half marathon. I raised £2,500, and that was the Royal Parks half marathon in October. And Tom Holmes donated to it, and I'd like to thank him for that donation, as it was a really special moment. And he did message me about the last Sky Sports interview, as he was touched by the video. And that's something that I like, to touch people with the different things that I'm doing. I've come a long way from that young child who struggled coming to games to being really sociable at the games, and I can share my knowledge with others, and that's what I love about the game.
I'm extremely proud. I've got two sons, very proud of them both, but Alex, for what he's had to go through from early school years through a boys' school, where it was quite challenging for him, as you can imagine, normal stream school. He's done exceptionally well. He's a very nice, rounded lad. Very, very proud.